Marcus had 4 whole babies on her during their relationship, and not one of them are hers. Now he's mad that she's ready to move on. This is Marcus. He says that Lisa had her tubes tied, so he has every right to step out on her. Now my question is, would you bury the hatchet? Feuding Atlanta parties bring their issues to this courtroom for our judge and jury to decide if they should bury the hatchet.
This is a matter of Massey versus Massey. Lisa, you claim you and Marcus have been together for 14 years. During that time, he fathered 4 other children. You say that Marcus is a serial cheater and even sent one of his side pieces to your job to attack you. Marcus, you say that because Lisa had her tubes tied, you had no choice but to go out and father children with these other women. You also say that Lisa violently attacked your baby mama with a bat, and that it was actually Lisa who was cheating. Lisa, despite all of this, you know that you are Marcus's main woman, but you want to be the only woman. So you want this court to decide if you should leave him or bury the hatchet. I need some help. I'm going to introduce the court to the jury. First up, we got Kelly Kells.
Shoot 'em up, bang, bang. Hey.
Henry Coleman.
The man, the myth, the legend.
And last but not least, Angel Starks.
Hi.
Lisa, how did you and Marcus meet?
Me and Marcus met in 2007 when I was working in a hair salon. And he came in. He was working at a fitness center, and he came in to leave like one of the boxes inside the salon. And then he later called back and asked was anything in the box, and we talked on the phone, and that's how we met and went from there.
So would you say it was love at first sight?
Sorta.
So how did he get you then?
When he called me and talked to me on the phone, and he was asking me, was I single? And it kind of like stunned me at first. And I knew him, like I knew of him from like back in the day or whatever, and his name like ringing around or whatever. So when I seen him, when he came into the store, no. I wouldn't say it wasn't good or bad way. He was just popular. I would say popular with the ladies. But when he came in the salon, was just getting out of prison, and he had been incarcerated.
Okay, so give me the timeline of your relationship.
Like I said, we met in 2007, and he was just coming home from doing a bid, federal penitentiary, from doing a bid, and we got married in.
What year was that?
2010. We got married in August 2010.
Okay.
February 2017, we got a divorce.
And why did you get a divorce?
Well, really to please him. Both of us kept like filing for like divorce, but we never did like go through it. Just kept putting in paperwork. And so after I found out
Wait a minute. Both of you kept filing for divorce?
Mm-hmm.
So you petitioned the court for divorce and then you would retract it?
Yes, like withdraw the paperwork, because it was like the absolute divorce that you can do it on yourself or whatever, get dissolved on your own. And so when I found out about the second child, that's when I agreed.
First, I want to hear from Mr. Marcus. So tell me your account of how you and Lisa met.
Well, it was like she said, I had just got home from doing 14 years in federal prison.
Damn.
Come home and I got a job at the fitness center. I came around, we doing like, you do jobbing where you go to different places to, get customer base.
Okay. So what was it about Lisa that made you want to marry her?
It was a lot. Like she's a very beautiful young lady. We had, when I seen her, she was exactly what I like, because I really don't like a lot of short women. And she stood up to exactly what I like in height. Oh. And that's what really caught me.
The height?
Yeah, the height caught me.
The height.
Man said the height.
That could be sustainable.
Man like height.
So Lisa, Marcus had 2 outside children on you while you were married. did you find out about that?
The first one I found out about when I followed him one day. I went to his tire shop.
I'm sorry, you said you followed him?
Yes, I went to his tire shop. He had a tire shop, and I had followed him. And when I followed him, he was going to somebody his baby mama house, and he was moving her. I think he was moving her back home with her mom, and she was pregnant at the time. And so I had confronted both of them and confronted him.
Let me stop you for a second, Lisa, because I want to hear more about what made you follow Marcus.
Okay. He wasn't answering his phone. It's either he wasn't answering his phone or he didn't come home or something like that. It was just something like wasn't added up or whatever. Then I think I had seen a U-Haul truck at his shop, so I had parked across the street, like on the side road, and just followed the U-Haul when it pulled out. See where it was going. I was in a different car, so he wouldn't recognize my car.
Whose car were you in?
I think I was driving my niece's car that day.
Oh, it's a family matter. Okay, Marcus. You had 2 outside babies on Lisa?
No, I didn't.
So your opinion is that you did not have 2 outside babies while you were married to Lisa?
No, I did have them while we were married. When we were in distress. We were separated.
Oh my God.
Were you legally separated?
Yeah, we were separated.
We were not legally separated.
I need you to clarify.
Well, we wasn't legal because we was filing. We was filing for the.
So you were thinking about filing?
No, I was filing for divorce, but every time I got ready to get towards the end of the last decision of it, I wasn't doing the right paperwork. So it kept reiterating, it kept going back to ground one. They dismissed the divorce.
I'm gonna have to pause to my jury on that one.
Ooh, I would have never thought a U-Haul truck would have equaled cheating, but you did.
Coming up on Bury the Hatchet.
So Lisa, I want to hear more about Marcus allegedly having 2 more babies, even after you were divorced?
Yes.
Tell me about that. Were you guys in a relationship?
Yes.
I'm gonna have to pause to my jury on that one.
Ooh, I would have never thought a U-Haul truck would have equaled cheating, but you did.
Let's head back into the courtroom.
Henry, what's your input?
What do I think? Man, if I'm gonna be honest here, not to shock the court, but I think Lisa's been very dramatic and shenanigan filled. A man that's well spoken and articulate, and a personal and fitness instructor. I'm surprised he doesn't have more kids than just 2.
He does.
Yeah. So I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's Lisa. If they love each other, she love them. She got to accept that women are gonna come with a fella like that.
I see.
Especially when
that don't make sense?
Yeah, it makes very, very good sense.
Thank you, Mark.
Does that make sense to you, Angel?
Girl, nothing this man says makes sense. You and these people business. Listen, I think from what I'm hearing is that she got her a thug. The good girl's like a thug, and she got her one, and he went there, he did that time, baby, and snitch. and that's attractive. You don't want no snitch. So she, and she came out, he got out, they got together, and she is not for the game. She is a FBI in training. You see what she did? She drove somebody else's car, slid up behind the U-Haul. So I think he ain't nothing getting past him. He got to figure out how to get that paperwork right, because she know what she's doing.
Well, she was prepared. So Lisa, I want to hear more about Marcus allegedly having 2 more babies, even after you were divorced?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me about that. Were you guys in a relationship?
Yes.
Okay, but you were not married?
No, because it's like the same day that we got a divorce, like we were together. We were like sleeping together that same day.
Wait a minute.
So I just did a divorce just to satisfy him.
So I need a map. So you got divorced, then you slept together the same day.
It's not true.
Same night. Yes.
And then how shortly thereafter did you find out about the 2 additional babies?
Well, right after the divorce, I think I found out about the second child like in November or December. And I found it out by going through his email.
Cool.
And I had seen baby shower pictures and pictures of an apartment. And
Was Marcus in those baby shower pictures?
no, it was just the baby mama. She was sending him pictures of the baby shower because I guess he wasn't able to make it to the baby shower. So she was sending him pictures of the baby shower and of an apartment she had got in Charlotte because he relocated relocated her to Charlotte, North Carolina.
Moved out the city.
Oh, so it was the same baby mama that
No, this was a
pulled up
different
on.
baby mama. This is a different baby mama.
Ooh.
Okay.
Marcus,
He has 3 different baby mamas.
Okay, so just to clarify for the court, you were still together.
Yes.
When you found out about the 2 additional kids.
When I went in his email, we were in the house in an apartment together in Fairburn, Georgia.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go to Marcus. I need Marcus to tell me. Were you still together when you had these 2 additional babies after you divorced Lisa?
Next up on Bury the Hatchet.
We still messed around, but we wasn't together.
Well, Marcus, I'm gonna need your dictionary for what defines divorce, what defines messed around.
We were in the house in an apartment together in Fairburn, Georgia.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go to Marcus. I need Marcus to tell me. Were you still together when you had these 2 additional babies after you divorced Lisa?
Let's head back into the courtroom.
Negative. No, we wasn't.
Are you sure?
We still messed around, but we wasn't together. I lived in a completely different household.
Well, Marcus, I'm gonna need your dictionary for what defines divorce, what defines messed around, what defines together.
Well, just like as she was saying, that after the divorce, we were still cool, but I wasn't in the household. That's why I wanted to clarify what's going on with me. I had children outside of our marriage, 2 outside of our marriage, and I had 1 while we were married, but we wasn't together. Neither one of my kids were born while we were together.
Were you still cool with other women at this time?
No, ma'am.
So you were just cool with Lisa at that time?
I'm cool with my children's mother now, but I'm saying when we were together, we just always been cool after the marriage.
cool.
Jerry, can you help clarify what cool means in this context?
Like an icebox cool? Like what you mean?
Like getting along, like being respectful to each other.
No, like laying in the bed together, Marcus, darling.
Oh yeah, we did that as well, up until a certain point.
Okay, so Lisa, did Marcus have one of his other women come and attack you?
Yes, when I was bartending at a local bar here, and when I came out to my car, like earlier that week, someone had been calling up there telling the owner or whatever, all of these bogus tales or whatever on me. So when I came out to my car, I discovered my tire was flat. Well, I didn't see it right away because it was on the passenger side. And so that was to distract me on my tire being flat, but I didn't notice until after I started leaving out the parking lot, and it was dark and it was cold and it was wet and raining, because this was like, the club closed like 2 a.m. So this was like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Man.
Yes, this was like 3 o'clock in the morning. So I said, when I had pulled out the driveway, whatever, I said, let me make it to the gas station, the closest gas station, because I didn't want to pull over like on the side of the road because it was dark, whatever. So I drove on the flat tire to the gas station. So when I got to the gas station, pulled into the gas station or whatever, a car pulled up behind me. I was sitting in the car for a little bit because I was on the phone trying to call, back up to my job to see if someone can come help me change the tire and to call AAA. And so when while I was doing that, a girl walked up to my car and tried to open my car door.
Ooh. While you were at the gas station?
Mm-hmm. And she was like, can I help you? And whatever. Then I looked up and I seen who it was or whatever. And it, caught me off guard or whatever. So I pressed on the gas real fast or whatever, and was blowing the horn to try to get the security guard attention that was inside the store if he can come out or whatever. But when I stopped blowing the horn or whatever, she ran and jumped in her car and pulled off.
I'm so sorry that happened to you. That is very unfortunate. So Marcus, I'm going to ask you, plain and simple, did you have another woman attack Lisa?
Never. I'm a successful business owner.
He was in a car with her.
I couldn't be in 2 places at one time. And if you paid attention to what she was saying, she said she was at a nightclub. At all nightclubs that late at night, all bartenders and everything outside is secured. So there's no way possible that anybody could have came there for me and did anything to her without security surrounding her building.
Well, now, if you listen to Lisa's story, she didn't say that you were there. So I'm not asking you if you were there.
I'm not that kind of guy where I got that long of a hand to think somebody drive from Charlotte to Atlanta and try to harm her at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. That's not possible.
But Lisa, you recognize the woman that tried to attack you.
Yes, it was one of his bartenders that one of his. bartenders at his club. And then when I went back to the gas station next day, they asked, can I see the cameras? And they had to call the police because I had to view the cameras with the police or whatever. And he was in the car. He was driving the car. He was driving her car. They seen
So Marcus, I want to ask you.
I want to say something.
I want to ask you, why do you think your bartender attacked Lisa?
Well, she couldn't have done that because she gonna be, if she working for me, she gonna be where she supposed to be getting some money.
Coming up on Bury the Hatchet.
Okay, now I want to talk about one other instance that came up in your testimony, though, Lisa, because didn't you attack Marcus's baby mama?
Yes, she did.
I don't know where he got that from. He made that up.
With a bat?
He totally made that story up. I've never.
While she was pregnant?
If you want to know if you should bury the hatchet against a family member, friend, or significant other, then bring them on our show. Go to our website and tell us your story. Stay tuned for more Bury the Hatchet.
I see the cameras, and they had to call the police because I had to view the cameras with the police or whatever. And he was in the car. He was driving the car. He was driving her car.
So Marcus, I want to ask you.
I want to say something.
I want to ask you, why do you think your bartender attacked Lisa?
Well, she couldn't have done that because she gonna be, if she working for me, she gonna be where she supposed to be getting some money.
We're back with Judge Crystal Kimbrough.
We got bills to pay.
She had a tab?
No, not a tab, but she on the clock. And there's no way possible that could have happened because I couldn't have been in two places at one time. Neither did I ever have a police report, or neither did I go to jail behind something like that because we in court now. I would have been in court then.
So if you didn't get caught, it didn't happen.
Well, it's not if I didn't get caught. They got cameras where she said it was at.
Jerry, what you think about that?
I mean, Marcus is dealing with a lot. He's obviously got a lady with trust issues that seeks violence and seeks trouble, and he got to maintain his relationship with his children's mother because he got young kids. So you got to make sure you don't have predators in their life. So you got to be a man and a friend, like he said, cool with them. So this guy's more of a victim of circumstance here. She just needs to grow up.
A victim of circumstance, even though he wasn't at the scene?
I can't believe he was the driver. The 14 years didn't teach you nothing, Marcus?
That's why I wasn't there.
Yeah, you was there. Look at you. You can't stop laughing. Look, I wasn't there. I don't believe it, Marcus. Nothing about you believe it. Every time she say something, you say, I hear you.
We entitled to that.
And old Lisa, you pulled off and blew the horn. You supposed to open up the door. A black eye. What is you doing? I'm a little embarrassed.
Especially being an arms bearer. So
yeah,
there's no way possible that she's an arm bearer.
Well, I'm glad that she didn't. I'm glad you just blew the horn and got away. Because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, you don't want to be in jail. You know what I'm saying? He look all right, but ain't nobody trying to go do no time for him.
Well,
you know
self-defense is self-defense.
How's that you're in a car? Ooh. You say that.
Okay, now I want to talk about one other instance that came up in your testimony, though, Lisa, because didn't you attack Marcus's baby mama?
Yes, she did.
I don't know where he got that from. He made that up.
With a bat?
He totally made that story up. I've never.
While she was pregnant?
No, I've never attacked none of his women. None of them.
Your Honor, she admitted to that. She admitted to jumping on my baby mama when she seen me moving her stuff. She admitted that in open court.
No, I did not admit that.
Throw rocks and hide.
So, Lisa, what did you admit?
I didn't admit to. I never had an altercation with any of his baby mamas. I said, I remember us. I asked her, was that his baby or whatever, but I never, we never were physically, you know what I'm saying? If she was pregnant, I'm pretty sure she would have took out a warrant of me if I would have tried to attack her with a bat, and he wouldn't allow me to do that. He would never allow that.
Now, Lisa, I do have testimony that you did attack Marcus's baby mama with a bat.
Well, that's not true. I never did that. I never attacked anyone. I wouldn't want to do that to them. I wouldn't try to hurt nobody, especially nobody who's pregnant.
Okay, so Marcus, you tell me about the story of Lisa allegedly hitting your baby mama or attacking your baby mama with a bat.
Coming up on Bury the Hatchet.
Moving somebody in, putting the U-Haul at my tire shop and on the busy street in Charlotte. You know where I work at, where my place where she rides by frequently, stalking or either doing something crazy. And I moved and she popped out of nowhere and had a bat in her hand.
Our social media question of the day. If your ex sent one of their side pieces to attack you, would you bury the hatchet? Let us know your thoughts on the case. Go to social media and cast your vote. Stay tuned for more Bury the Hatchet.
I wouldn't want to do that. So, I wouldn't try to hurt nobody, especially nobody who's pregnant.
Okay, so Marcus, you tell me about the story of Lisa allegedly hitting your baby mama or attacking your baby mama with a bat.
Let's head back into the courtroom.
At the tire shop, she came up there and I was moving my children's mother into the building. She wasn't moving back with her mom. I was moving into the building. So I had a guy with me, and when we were moving the stuff coming out of thing, Lisa came out of nowhere. Me and her were not staying together because I wouldn't have never been at another apartment moving somebody in, putting the U-Haul at my tire shop and on the busy street in Charlotte. For her to knowing she know where I work at, where my place where she ride by frequently, stalking or either doing something crazy. And I moved and she popped out of nowhere and had a bat in her hand.
Next time on Bury the Hatchet.
I've never cheated on him. I've never cheated with my whole marriage. I never cheated on him. I never even considered.
When I went back to go get a weapon, I opened the door, he was jumping off the balcony while we was married.